Was Ron Carabbia a made member of the Cleveland Mafia? Since Ron Carabbia died nearly 3 years ago now in 2021, I've seen many posts, videos, and shorts that describe Ron Carabbia as one of the last remaining made members of the Cleveland Mafia. But is this true? Let's take a look at some evidence, if you will, on whether Carabbia was made or not made. Now, the first piece of evidence I'd like to look at is just simply a newspaper blurbs or articles that list Ron Carabbia as a Licavoli lieutenant or a captain. I've seen several pictures or these charts that list him as a Licavoli captain. To me, those were just blurbs they put out during the Danny Greene trial. There's really no evidence to back that up or any testimony that backed that up. Just look cool in the newspaper. But I'd also like to point out he didn't appear as a member on any of the charts the FBI put out. They put out about 4 or 5 lists of Cleveland LCN members that I've seen from 1980 to 1994. And Ron Carabbia is not listed on those lists. But that's not 100% because there's other people who were made that aren't listed on those either. So then we're going to look at more firsthand information from FBI informants or cooperating witnesses. Our first one is Jimmy Fradiano. Now, Jimmy Fradiano was a made member out in L.A. He was originally from Cleveland, and he got himself tied up in the Danny Greene murder. And he was an FBI informant before that, but when he got indicted for the Danny Greene murder, he decided to cooperate, and he did not list Ron Carabbia as a made member. Our second informant I want to look at is Raymond Ferrito. Now, Raymond Ferrito was Ron Carabbia's accomplice on the Danny Greene murder, and they were both arrested, I think it was within a month of the Danny Greene murder, and Raymond Ferrito decided to cooperate. And what was interesting is he told the FBI that Ron Carabbia, despite not being made, was able to hold a leadership position in Youngstown and receive 25% of the rackets. Now, granted, he was backed by the Cleveland Mafia as an on-record associate. And the Cleveland Mafia got 25%. Ron Carabbia's crew got 25%. Jimmy Prato's crew got 25%. And the Pittsburgh Mafia got 25%. Now, Jimmy Prato was a made member of the Pittsburgh family. But Ron Carabbia was able to hold on to that position, at least until he was convicted for the Danny Greene murder, and receive his share of the rackets. And Raymond Ferrito told the FBI that him and Ron Carabbia were both slated to be made after the Danny Greene murder. That was one of the rewards, was they were going to take Trumbull County and be in charge of Trumbull County, and he was going to be made into the family at some point. Our next cooperating witness we want to take a look at was Angelo Leonardo. Angelo Leonardo was the underboss of the Cleveland Mafia, and he was convicted in 1983 of a RICO case and essentially sentenced to life in prison. While sitting in prison, he decided to cooperate, and he told the FBI all kinds of stuff, but he specifically talked about some of the making ceremonies that he was involved in while he was underboss. One was conducted in 1977, 79, and 1983. He also never mentions that Ron Carabbia was a made member. And I think that would have came up specifically with the fiasco with Charlie Carabbia when Charlie Carabbia was killed by the Pittsburgh Mafia, Youngstown faction. There were sit-downs with Ron in prison. So I think it would have came up. Angelo Leonardo would have mentioned if Ron Carabbia was a made member at that point. Definitely. So to me, that's pretty telling. And all signs point to Ron Carabbia not being a made member of the Cleveland family. Thanks for watching.